everybody, how is it going? Welcome to Guitar Control. My name is Robert. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We have some ascending runs for you. Now, there's usually two camps of people for some reason. I found this like teaching throughout the years, and myself included in this, is either you're good at ascending or you're good at descending stuff, naturally. And then, one of them you need to work on more than the other. For me, I was always much better at ascending than I was descending, so I had to work a lot more on descending, which we'll be doing one of those videos as well. So we're going to talk about some ascending ideas here today, and just make sure you got the tabs, and we're going to go ahead and get going. Alright, now here's what we have going on. So basically, we're going to start by working out of our G major scale. The scale itself is a great way to start navigating around and to work on ascending and descending something. So let's start with that. So like I said, this is our G major, or also known as the G Ionian mode. So we're going to go 3, 5, 7 on the low E string, 3, 5, 7 on the A, 4, 5, 7 on the D, 4, 5, 7 on the G, 5, 7, 8 on the B, and 5, 7, 8 on the high E. And that is your G major scale, like I said. Now work on walking that up. And then, of course, descend it. So 8, 7, 5, 8, 7, 5. Now, perhaps G is maybe not a key that you use all the time or something like that. Maybe you play more out of the key of A. Well, what's really cool about this particular one is you can move it around. So that starting note that we started on was our G note. So as long as you know your notes on the low E string, it's easy to move this around. So you would just take this and start it on an A note and do the same pattern. Still learning the one in G and get the overall pattern under your finger. Then it's way easier to kind of like adjust this. Like, so if I want to play in the key of A, I could just move up to an A note. If I want to play out of the key of D, I could move up to a D note, E note, lots of stuff like that. Makes it way easier to navigate. But just start with that. Like I said, alternate pick it. I think I might have been doing economy picking. Alternate pick this. And just work your way through that one over and over again. That's going to be your first example. Okay, so next is we need to start mixing this up, because if you just play it the same way all the time, it's just, well, it's going to always sound the same, and it's going to sound like a scale, and that's not really what we want. So one thing that I always thought sounded interesting, I think a lot of it is stimulating things for our ears, you just don't want to hear it the same way all the time, is descending patterns while you're ascending. So what am I talking about? Well, I'm actually going to be playing the scale backwards. And then, like I said, there's going to be another video on descending, so we're just going to focus on ascending for now. So we're going like this. We're going to go 7, 5, 3 on the low E string, and then 7, 5, 3 on the A. Move on down to the D, and you're going to go 7, 5, 4. Now the G, you're going to go 7, 5, 4. The B, you're going to go 8, 7, 5. And the high string, 8, 7, 5. Okay, so we have... Now we're still ascending, but we're playing it in a very descending way. Our notes are descending. Very simple shift, but it adds a lot to it. Versus the other sound, which was just... So there's your next example. Alright, so now we're going to talk about doubling the notes. So we're going to play each string twice, and this is a really good way of extending what you have. Basically, it's almost like you have more notes than what you actually have, because we're just playing some notes twice. So we're going to go like this. You're going to go 3, 5, 7 again on the low string, just like we did in the first one, but you're going to double it. Then you go down to the A string, do the same thing. D string, G, which is 4, 5, 7. The B, which is 5, 7, 8. And the high string is 5, 7, 8. So we have... Okay. Now again, move this around to different keys. Take this pattern. Maybe go to the key of B. And just work on doubling it. You can do it all over it. Move down to F. All right, so we're going to end with one that is significantly more difficult than the other ones, and it's moving diagonally through the scales in this ascending kind of style. And what it is exactly is this. We're going to be going... Okay, so we have that. And it sounds kind of funky, but once you kind of get used to it, you can really twist it and turn it in a lot of different ways, or combine the stuff. So what's happening here? What I'm doing is I'm doing one note per string through our scale. Now I'm still ascending, but like I said, one note at a time. So I go 3 on the low E string, 5 on the A, 7 on the D. Okay. Now I shift down a string. I go down to the A string, and it goes 3 on the A, 5 on the D, 7 on the G. Okay, so... Alright, so from here, I'm going to shift up. I'm going to go 5 on the D, 7 on the G, and 8 on the B. So we have... Still all part of the scale. I haven't done anything crazy. Then I just take the same shape and move it down again. Now that's 5 on the G to 7 on the B and 8 on the high. So... There we go. So lots you can do with that one. That is moving it all over the place. And like I said, take it again, move it around. Alright guys, that's going to be it for us here today. Hope you enjoyed that one. Like I said before, there will be a descending video if it's not already out. There will be one coming out shortly. But other than that, get the tabs and just have a good time rocking out. Can you do that for me? Later guys.